Let's watch this video together.
That is it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Issue of insecurity. That is the law. That's obedience of law. Nowhere in the holy teaching that you should engage in banditry. Nowhere that you should kill another human being. The sacrifice we are talking about, even in the beginning of life, where we take this from, a child was replaced with animal. And that is what the value of life is all about.
Thank you, sir.
You see, when you watch video like this from a contestant in an election or the sitting president in a country like Nigeria, I have seen all sorts of analysis, but I've not seen anybody think in this particular direction. If you remember very well, towards 2023 election, TINUBU, when he was contesting, you discovered that, in public, he was acting to be very weak. There were signs as though he was having spillovers, he was having all sorts of things. He was so incoherent. But guess what? The very day, the moment he was being sworn in, it looked as though everything changed. He just became a new person. He could stand firmly, and immediately on the spot, I even doubt he was reading it out, all from his head, declared that, subsidy was gone. Very coherently at that moment. Now, he's been very coherent. He goes to places, goes to meet heads of states, goes to meet different people coherently. Now that elections are coming, the very first public interview that he's granting relating to what he has to offer, he's already talking very incoherently, and Nigerians will just think that is how he is. No, it's a psychological game that these people are playing on Nigerians, and it's time that we need to dissect and really understand every strategy these people use against the people. So now, someone was coherent for the past 3 years, immediately stepped into office. All of a sudden, is asked about insecurity, and then it looks as though what he's saying is not really put together.
Issue of insecurity. That is the law.
Doesn't really know exactly what he's saying coherently. It is a strategy to make you feel as though he is old, and there's this connection between old people and having a stronghold on this country, as though trying to weaken the mindset and belief of Nigerians as though there's nothing you people can do. We own this place. Selling to the mindset of people that we've already determined who will win. We are the ones in control. We are the eldest in the political space. We have the power. So that by the time elections come, people will not even come out, to create that fear in Nigerians. 1, 2, to create the voter apathy that INEC now keeps shouting about after each election, to create that thing, to make you feel as though, these people already have the results written. Because tell me how somebody who's contesting for election can come out and be talking like this. That mindset is what they need. They know quite all right that if Nigeria is a country of 200 million people, in fact, over 200 million people, they know quite all right that if only 40%, no, trash that, only 20% of that population, 10% of 200 million is 20 million. So 20% will be 40 million. If only 20% of that population comes out to vote, they know that rigging is done, like they are done. They know that it becomes out of their control. Because how do you want to coordinate adequate rigging to be able to overturn the result of an election where 40 million people came out? Where 40 million people are out. How many are you? How many are the machineries you have that can rig? How many are they? So to already begin to weaken the morale of the populace, and then begin to make them believe that for somebody to be able to talk incoherent like this and not care, they know that they've already written it, and they know it works, because the next moment people begin to argue in their neighborhoods, in their houses, this is the exact thing people will be saying. Like, these people already have the result. I mean, it is the people that can't enter, it is those ones that will be going for debate. You will see that. Have you noticed that in the past 5 elections, democratically in this country, at the presidential level. It has always been the candidate or candidates that do not honor invitations on media, that do not go for debates, that get into the office. I won't say win because most of them don't win. They get their way to the office. Now, the work did not start. The rigging did not start on the day of election. It started this moment when you watched that video and told yourself, believed it, absorbed it into you that these people already have the result. And because of that, you did not take your acquiring your voters card seriously. You didn't get the voters card, and then you will not go out to vote. You will feel there will be a lot of violence. Because of that, you will not go out to vote. You will tell your family, the ones you have control over, maybe your kids, your spouses, you tell them not to go. That is when they have actually won the election. Because come to think of it, if Nigeria is one of the countries, do you know that in the world right now, Nigeria in terms of population is still number 7 or 8, between 7 and 8, when it comes to the most populous country in the world. In the world where there are over 190 something countries. If we use our population, do you think these people, I don't care how violent they can be, the talks can be, I don't care how many things they will bring out, do you think they can stand the population? They know they cannot. So that is why they need to begin to weaken your spirit, begin to make you feel as though we already have the results written, don't disturb yourself. So that on the day of election, what most of you people will do in the country is just put on TV and watch. So, and this is a call to all Nigerians, especially the youths, because we are going to be the ones to inherit whatever they leave behind of this country. We are the ones who, our children, we have to go through all of this from the beginning to the end of their lives. This is a wake-up call to not just be on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook, and X. This is a wake-up call for us to begin to counter everything they bring. Know it for sure that one man can hold a community of some thousands to ransom, but no one man can confidently, certainly hold a country of over 200 million people to ransom if they do not submit themselves to him. Quote me anywhere. I repeat, one man in all devices and craftiness can hold a community of some thousands of people to ransom. It won't still even be so easy, but it's possible. But no one man can conveniently hold a country of over 200 million people to ransom if they don't submit themselves to him. So the true rigging is not in the miscounting on that day. The miscounting that happens and people watch and they allow it happen because they were already prepared to watch it happen. That's not when the rigging started. The rigging did not start when the results go to the collation centers. And Nigerians know already that they are going to actually maneuver the results, maneuver the numbers in the collation centers, and they watch it happen. The rigging started when they were already prepared, when their mindset was already ready to accept that to happen. The rigging started when they were already making you feel as though I don't need to say anything that makes sense, I will enter. I don't need to talk correctly, I will enter. I don't need to debate, I will enter. I don't need to honor any media outing, I will enter. That was when the rigging started. These people are fighting a psychological war with Nigerians, not a physical one. The level of physical violence in elections reduces, but do you know what is greatly increasing? Mindset capture. They're already capturing people's minds to believe that you've already settled it. Your votes don't count. Look at this billboard. I saw somebody talk about this big billboard, took a picture of this billboard, and when I saw it, it just confirms what this thing I'm talking about. Do you want to tell me that the government in power today does not know that people are not happy with how they are currently leading the country? So why would they put this kind of word? It is to sell a mindset to you that we are continuing whether you like it or not. It is to make you believe that for somebody to be able to say this, knowing the state of the country, means they don't even need our vote. And I'm sure you hear this every day. Probably you even say this every day. That means what they are doing is working. So by 2027, if they successfully rig these elections with how populated this country is, with our numbers, with the personal self-defense we can have, with the technology we have, with the brains we have, and everything we have, it is not because they have thugs to deploy. It is because they won us already in our mindset. So begin to erase that thing in your mind that 2027 elections already concluded. The more people who have that mindset are the more people who will make that rigging possible and very easy. Now, we don't even need to erase rigging 100% for you to get the candidate who actually won the election to enter office. You only need to be able to reduce and make rigging so hard for them that it's reduced. It can't change the overall declaration. That's all. So, but Nigerians should not allow the mental warfare to win over them such that they don't get their PVCs, they don't come out to vote in numbers. Imagine in a country of 200 million people, only 8 point something million brought the current administration to power. That is how rigging happens. That is how rigging happens. 2027 is coming. Let's get ready. We'll be doing a lot of analysis here, and we'll be preparing a mass of people in this coming election. Note it down. It will never be business as usual. Not because one person is up and mighty or powerful, but because no singular man can stand in a mass of millions of people when they are serious. Let's get ready. Do not believe anything they say to you so easily. Don't have weak minds that get captured already. The capture is not on the election day. It's in our minds now. Trying to force you to not be interested. Trying to force you to be discouraged. That is where the warfare is. Win that warfare now. And we are ready to face them. Welcome. Subscribe to this channel and please let's share this video. Let a lot of Nigerians see this perspective. We are going to be analyzing every step they take for you to see this trend everywhere. When they did primaries, the ruling party did primaries, why do you think they had to come up with such a ridiculously unbelievable number? 10 million. In the last election, the current president only got 8 point something million votes nationwide. Everybody, like no party, no anything. Now just in a party primaries, they are conjuring 10 point something million votes. They are doing it simply to sell something to your mindset. The warfare is all in the mindset. Do not allow them. We'll see in the next video.